Good afternoon, TK. Welcome back to English class. For today's video, I wanted to get started with a little review of something that we learned about last week. Now, last week at the end of our English class, we started learning about the setting of a story. Who can remember what a setting of a story is? Okay, the setting of a story is where a story takes place, okay? Where does it take place? And we talked about Miss Bindergarten gets ready for kindergarten. And the setting of that story was in her, where was she getting ready for all the kids? She was getting ready in her classroom, right? That was the main setting of the story. That was the place that we saw the story take place, okay? That is where we saw the story happen. So, just to review what a setting is, I thought we might read another really fun book that I absolutely love. And I want you guys to really pay close attention to where the setting takes place. Now, you can find the setting two ways. You can look for clues in the words in the book. Okay, so listen to what I'm reading, because sometimes it will tell what the setting is. Or you can look for clues in the pictures. So, for today, we're going to be reading The Very Cranky Bear. And I have this sheet on the background because you are actually going to be completing your own picture of what the story's setting is. So I want you to pay close attention. I want you to know that you're going to be creating your own drawing of the setting so that you can know that you need to pay attention and look closely at what you see on the illustrations of our story. Okay, so if you don't mind, I'm going to come a little closer to the camera so that you guys can see the book really well and hear me a little bit louder. So, The Very Cranky Bear by Nick Bland. Okay, and so Nick Bland is our author. And in this case, he might even be our illustrator because we don't see another name. The Very Cranky Bear by Nick Bland. And we see some clues here of maybe some characters that are going to be in our story. In the jingle jangle jungle, on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends found a perfect place to play. Moose had marvelous antlers, and Lion a golden mane. Zebra had fantastic stripes, and sheep, well, sheep was plain. Okay, there's a clue about 1 or 2 places this story might take place, this setting. None of them had noticed that someone else was there. Sleeping in that cave was a very cranky bear. Roar went the cranky bear. Roar, roar, roar! He gnashed his teeth and stomped his feet and chased them out the door. So in the jingle jangle jungle on a cold and rainy day, 4 little friends had nowhere warm to play. Wait a minute, said Zebra as she scratched her furry chin. Maybe if we cheered him up, he'd let us come back in. If I did not have stripes, said Zebra, I'd be cranky too. We should give that bear some stripes. That's what we should do. Stripes are silly, Moose complained, especially on a bear. My antlers always cheer me up. Let's give that bear a pair. No, 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 said Lion. Antlers are a bore. A golden mane like mine, he said, would cheer him up for sure. Okay, and notice there's a lot of rhyming words in this book. So Zebra fetched a tin of mud and Lion some grass of gold. Moose got 2 big branches and sheep, well, sheep got cold. Look at sheep. He's just standing out there in the rain, still cold. Sheep was getting worried. They've been eaten up for sure. And then from in the cave there came a very cranky roar. Zebra, lion, and moose ran out and Bear was right behind them. They hid behind the bushes where they hoped he wouldn't find them. Why is he still cranky? He's got antlers, stripes, and mane. Before we gave him those, Lion said, he looked so very plain. As Bear stormed back inside the cave, he turned and roared at Sheep. All I really want, he said, is a quiet place to sleep. So she fetched a pair of clippers and she clipped off half her wool. She stuffed it in a cotton bag until the bag was full. She tiptoed back inside the cave. Excuse me, Bear, she said. Would you like a pillow for underneath your head? Well, thank you very much, said Bear, and soon he fell asleep. Maybe he was dreaming of a plain but thoughtful sheep. Very good. So where is Bear sleeping at inside? Or where is he sleeping? Inside the cave, right? So we could guess that maybe the cave is one of the settings in the story. Or if you noticed at the beginning, they said in a jingle, jangle, jungle, okay? And usually caves are in forests or in a jungle. Okay, you can see the jungle, you can see the greenery in the background. And we've learned before that in jungles, there is lots of rain, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this book. I think it's a really fun, thoughtful book about how all of these animals tried to cheer up this very cranky bear. And what I want you guys to do today is think about some of the things you saw in the story. What were the characteristics of the setting? Okay, they were playing inside a cave. That cave was in a jungle. So we can say that the setting of this story is in a cave in the jungle. So for today's activity, I would like you to recreate your own image of the setting of the very cranky bear. You can include some of the characters from the story. And if you'd like some ideas on what those characters were, because we have worked on identifying characters in the past, we know that the main character was the bear. We had a lion, a zebra, we had a moose, and we had a sheep. So I am asking you guys today to draw a picture, a representation of the setting of this story. And remember, the setting is where the story takes place. Be sure to include some of the animals in your setting so that we can know what story you are trying to retell, okay? And for the last image, I just thought I would share with you guys what a simple cave looks like. Usually it's made out of dirt or rock, and it's usually like a hole that you can sort of climb into, right? And be protected and sheltered from the elements outside. So this is, I thought, a really cute picture of a cave. It's pretty easy. You just kind of have to draw like an arch and then another arch up above. Paint it gray if you're making your cave a rock cave. There's some dirt. There's some clouds in the sky with the rain from the story. Be sure to include several different colors in your picture, okay? Be sure to include several different colors in your picture of this story's setting. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, TK.